Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. Things are going well with the buy recommendations, and I want to come out with a new buy recommendation of an old name. And so, with that, let's get into it. Antero Resources, ticker AR. This is a very busy chart, and I apologize for that, but there's a purpose. So, the pattern here, as you know, I'm a pattern recognition person, would be uh, I use all the tools that I have at my disposal, but pattern recognition is one that I like because I believe that the reward to risk at breakout points are the best. And so, Antero Resources, this was the consolidation. There was if you can visualize a huge up move in 2020 and 2021, and we got very overbought, and it's worked its way off over the last couple of years, 2.5 years, uh, maybe 3 years, in a sideways consolidation. And that's a sign of strength. It didn't correct lower, it corrected sideways in the form of a symmetrical triangle. Now, this triangle is not textbook. You know, you've got your A, B way over here, and then you got C, D, E. So you have the touches that are necessary. I don't like the fact that the connection point on the support line is this far down, but anyway, it's a valid pattern. And we had our breakout and we went bullish back on, let's see, on March 14th at 30, let's call it 36. And it traded up really instantly. And as I was telling you on those calls, sell, sell, sell some of your position. So if you have a 3% position or 2% position in an individual stock, if that's your maximum, you would be selling. In my case, I had 2% in an individual stock. And so if it grew to 2.5%, I probably knocked that down to 1%. And then we came down and we broke our stop and we went neutral. And then this is a weekly chart. So each one of these bars or candles, they're Cantonese candle, they're Japanese candlesticks. Each bar represents a week of price action. Several weeks later, we got another buy recommendation. And that was on 825. And then prices went up some and it was running into resistance of this confluence of confluence of moving averages. And since prices were below, that was a bearish rainbow convergence. And so I sold with a small gain. Prices came back down, kind of tested that area, and now they're breaking above that confluence of moving averages. So I am going with a buy recommendation. I feel like I'm chasing a little bit here. This is a weekly chart, so none of this price action matters until a Friday close. But the big pattern suggests a price projection of 63, and we're at 30, let's call it 35. And that's a big, big upside. And I've been patiently watching this. And I'm going to go to a daily chart that just covers this. Each bar will represent a day of price action, and it'll be just 6 months price action. Show you why I'm getting involved now. And so this chart starts in February. So 7, 8 months. A lot of chop. And it was good not to be involved in that. However, now we have a bullish, very small, this is like 2.5 months, a small bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern, like a man or a woman hanging upside down, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And we got a breakout today. Could have seen bigger volume, that would have been better, but we got what we got. and natural gas looks bullish. I want to touch one more thing on this longer term chart. This gold line represents natural gas price movements, and you can see how it really affects the price of Antero Resources and other natural gas stocks. So, if natural gas closes where it is now or above on Friday, I would say that we're in a new bullish trend for natural gas. Why? I don't know. Again, I'm not a fundamental guy. Is it because AI uses a lot of natural gas, or it's one of the energy components that's used in those kind of things? I don't really know. But uh, I think we have natural gas in our favor. I'll be able to confirm that on Friday. But in the meantime, um, we have this bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern that's suggesting a $39 price projection short term. And we can get a stop that's fairly close to where we're at. If I wait till Friday and I look at the weekly chart, I think my stop is way down around 30 or something. So I need to find a place to get involved with a better reward to risk. And here, our reward to risk is like 2 to 1, a little bit better than that. The other thing I'm going to point out here is we have a little bullish channel going here with a support line and a resistance line. But we also want to look at our Elliott wave theory, which would suggest that we're entering a third wave, which should be a very powerful wave. And therefore, I don't want to wait. And you can see on the daily chart, we're not overbought yet. We're on our relative strength index. So I'm getting back involved in the stock. And thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, neighbors, your family. Adios.